Ethan Miller never thought his life would take such an unexpected turn. At 33, he was already carrying the weight of single fatherhood, raising his 6-year-old twin daughters, Lily and Emma, entirely on his own. His beloved wife Claire had died during childbirth, leaving him with equal parts blessing and burden. 2 beautiful girls and a hollow ache in his heart. He loved his daughters more than anything, but juggling his demanding career as an architect and parenting 2 lively children was overwhelming. The twins deserved bedtime stories, pancake breakfasts, and someone who could braid their hair without turning it into a bird's nest. Ethan tried his best, but his energy was stretched thin, and his guilt grew heavier every day. When his company announced a major new project, Ethan realized he couldn't keep going like this. He needed help, someone reliable, someone kind, someone who could be there for Lily and Emma when he couldn't. And so, reluctantly, he put up an ad for a babysitter. Across town, Isabella Carter sat in a cramped apartment, scrolling through job listings with tired eyes. At 22, she had the kind of pedigree most people envied. She was the only daughter of Charles Carter, the ruthless billionaire CEO of Carter Enterprises. To the public, her life was the epitome of privilege, mansions, private jets and exclusive parties. But to Isabella, it had been a gilded cage. She had spent her entire life under scrutiny, groomed as her father's heir, suffocated by bodyguards and rules. She wasn't allowed to choose her own friends, much less her career. After a heated argument where her father dismissed her dreams of living freely, Isabella had finally walked away. She cut ties, changed her appearance, and moved into anonymity. But independence was expensive. Rent was due, groceries were scarce, and her savings were dwindling. She needed work. When she saw Ethan's ad for a babysitter, it felt like fate. Caring for children was something she had never been allowed to do in her old world of cold luxury. It seemed real, human, something she desperately craved. So she applied. The evening Isabella arrived for the interview, Ethan was nervous. He had met a few candidates before, students looking for extra cash, neighbors who weren't serious, but none had felt right. When he opened the door, he was met with a young woman wearing a plain blouse and jeans, her brown hair pulled into a simple ponytail. She looked nervous but kind. "Hi, Mr. Miller. I'm Isabella. I came about the babysitting position." Her voice was soft, steady, genuine. Ethan found himself unexpectedly relieved. The twins peeked from behind his legs, wide-eyed. "She's pretty," Emma whispered to her sister. Lily giggled. "Daddy likes her." Ethan flushed, clearing his throat. "Come in." During the next hour, Isabella did something none of the other applicants had done. She knelt to the twins' level, listened intently to their stories, and treated their toys like treasures. She wasn't rushing through answers or trying to impress Ethan. She was connecting with the girls. By the time she left, both Lily and Emma begged their father to hire her, and Ethan, watching the light in their eyes, knew he had already made up his mind. "You're hired," he told Isabella. She smiled, her chest filling with warmth. For the first time in years, she felt like she was exactly where she was meant to be. At first, things were simple. Isabella slipped seamlessly into their lives. She made the girls laugh, braided their hair, taught them how to bake cookies, and even convinced them to clean up their toys with silly songs. Ethan, who had expected a mere babysitter, soon realized she was becoming part of the family. But he also noticed something else. There were moments Isabella looked distant, like she carried a secret too heavy for her age. Her phone rang sometimes, and she would quickly silence it, her face tense. Once he caught her staring at the news when his company's client, Carter Enterprises, flashed across the screen. Something about her expression unsettled him. Still, he pushed the thought aside. After all, what mattered was the joy she brought to his daughters. And, if he admitted it to him too, Ethan found himself looking forward to her presence. He noticed the way her laughter filled the house, the way her eyes softened when she looked at the twins, and the quiet strength she carried despite her youth. She was unlike anyone he had ever met. And slowly, something unspoken began to grow between them. One late evening, after the twins had gone to bed, Ethan returned from work exhausted. He found Isabella still awake, folding the girls' laundry at the kitchen table. "You don't have to do that," he said gently. She looked up, startled, then smiled. I don't mind. They had fun painting today, but half their clothes ended up in the mess. He chuckled. That sounds about right. There was a pause, comfortable yet charged. Ethan, Isabella said softly, you're doing an amazing job. The girls are happy. They love you more than anything. Her words caught him off guard. Praise was rare in his life. He swallowed, his throat tight. I hope so. Sometimes I feel like I'm failing them. You're not, she whispered, her eyes glistening. You're stronger than you realize. For a moment, the air between them shifted. Ethan wanted to reach out to touch her hand, but he stopped himself. She was young, his employee, and yet the feeling lingered. But secrets never stay hidden forever. One evening, while the twins were asleep, Ethan accidentally found Isabella's wallet on the counter. He picked it up to put it away, but when it opened, a sleek black card slipped out. A Carter Enterprises Platinum card. His heart froze. He looked at the name on the ID inside the wallet, Isabella Carter. Shock rippled through him. He knew that name. Everyone did. She wasn't just some ordinary babysitter, she was the daughter of one of the most powerful, feared men in the business world. The same man his company was negotiating a contract with. Anger and betrayal burned through him. Why hadn't she told him? Why was she here hiding? Was she spying? When Isabella returned from tucking the girls in, she froze at the sight of him holding her wallet. Isabella Carter, Ethan said, his voice sharp. Care to explain? Her face went pale. Ethan, I can explain. You lied to me. To my daughters. Who are you really? What do you want from us? Tears welled in her eyes. I'm not here for your business, Ethan, I swear. I just wanted a normal life. To be someone other than the CEO's daughter. When I met the girls. It felt real. Please believe me. But Ethan's trust, once broken, wasn't easily mended. I can't have secrets in this house. I can't risk my daughters getting hurt. I think you should go. Isabella's heart shattered. She gathered her things, whispering through tears, Tell them I'm sorry. And then she was gone. Days passed. The house felt emptier than ever. The twins cried every night asking for Isabella. Ethan tried to comfort them, but his own heart ached more than he cared to admit. He missed her too, her laughter, her warmth, the way she had made his broken family feel whole again. Finally, he realized the truth. Isabella hadn't come into their lives with malice. She had given them love freely, selflessly, and he had pushed her away. Determined to make things right, Ethan sought her out. It wasn't easy. Her last name opened a world of locked gates and guarded mansions. But when he finally found her outside Carter Enterprises, she looked different, back in her expensive clothes, standing beside a sleek car, her father's empire pulling her back into chains. Isabella, he called. She turned, shock flashing across her face. Ethan? He walked up, breathless. I don't care who your father is. I don't care about the lies. What I care about is the way you loved my daughters. The way you made us feel alive again. I was a fool to let you go. Her eyes filled with tears. Do you really mean that? Yes, he said firmly. The twins need you. I need you. Not the Carter heiress. Just you. For the first time in a long while, Isabella smiled through her tears. And in that moment, Ethan reached for her hand. This time, he didn't stop himself. Months later, the Miller household was filled with laughter once more. Isabella had returned, not as a babysitter but as part of the family. She still carried her secret identity, but in their home, she was simply Bella, the woman who loved two little girls and their father with all her heart. And though the world outside still knew her as the CEO's hidden daughter, inside that warm little home, she had finally found something her father's empire could never buy: a family.